Hey guys, so today I am going to be doing kind of like a makeup clean out organization sort of thing. I've come to the realization that a lot of my makeup I don't use. I just keep it because I feel like I should, and there's just so much culture of makeup hoarding that I'm just like, of course I have to keep it. I need it in my life kind of thing. And lately I've only been wearing like 10 or so same products like over and over and over again. And I just decided that it's time to do a makeup clean out, and I'm pretty excited to film this video. So I've done nothing to this drawer. This drawer is literally exactly how it looked this morning. I actually have some makeup bits that aren't in here that I need to go get to make sure that this video is as full as it can be. But I thought I'd just walk you through, talk about why I'm keeping things, why I'm getting rid of things, and do a general clean out as we go along. So I just went and grabbed all of the makeup that I carry with me on a daily basis. I'm just going to open it up and take everything out to make sure that this clean out is as thorough as possible, because I honestly don't even really look into this that much beyond just like, okay, I need a lipstick, okay, I got one. So it has some feminine products and a mirror in here as well, but that's not going to really change much. Now I'll just put this over here and we'll get started. First things first is this section of drawer space. This is where I keep all of my primers, all of my bases, and that sort of jazz. So I think I'll just take them out. I'm not really sure. I didn't really plan what I was gonna do. Let's do this drawer because I know I don't really use this drawer, so this is a really good one to go through first. So first things first, I'm gonna check expirations dates. This one doesn't have one, but I feel like I've had it for quite a while, so I think I'm gonna pitch that one. True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup by L'Oreal. I used up a whole bottle of this before, but I'm just not crazy about it anymore. I've fallen in love with other products, and this is just not cutting it for me. I probably would get it again. I'm in N1 Soft Ivory Classic Ivory. I would definitely consider getting it again, but it's just not working out anymore. This is my favorite base of all time. I love this to pieces. Let's see if I can focus in for you. There. I love this so much. I almost completely finished my first tube. This is a backup one, so I'm definitely keeping this. So I'll set that off to the side. This is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Gel Foundation. I am in the shade Vanilla 52. And I really enjoyed this. And I just feel like it's expired. It has to be old by now. It has to be almost a year old. And it's just not good for you to keep makeup that's too old. And I have a terrible tendency of doing that. So I think I'll have to get rid of this one as well. Up next is this Ofra BB cream. And this is the shade Light. This is 24 months, so this is still good. And I actually really enjoy using this. So I think I'll keep this just because it's still good and I need to give it a little bit more of a go. I tend to like BB creams and tinted moisturizers. It just provides the right amount of coverage for me without being too heavy or cakey. This is a sample of the Laura Mercier Smooth Finish Flawless Fluid, and I hated it. I don't know why I still have it. It's probably expired by now because it's 12 months and it's just got to go. These are two more samples. One is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, and this one is the Naked Skin Urban Decay Beauty Balm, both of which were okay products, but they're probably expired by now, and they just didn't receive any love. This had a weird smell, and this was just a little too thin for my liking. So I'm getting rid of those, and then next is the Rimmel Wake Me Up Foundation. I am in the shade... What shade are you? I don't know. Ivory, which I think is a bit too light. I think I went a little too light on this, and I should have gone darker, which I just didn't, and I'm pretty sure it's still good. So I think I'll keep it just to have on hand. This is the Balm's Balm Shelter Tinted Moisturizer. How old are you? It doesn't say. I feel like I've had this for a little while though, so it might not be that good to keep around. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. So I'm gonna put these back in this large bin and move on to this bin, which has the other foundations and tinted moisturizers. So this is the current one that I'm using. Camera angle is really weird, so I'm like struggling to show you guys. So this is the one that I'm currently using. Love it. I am in the shade Natural 5. It is gorgeous. It's like my favorite, I guess, tinted hydrating gel cream ever, but it's such an amazing product. I also have these two NARS tinted moisturizers that I was obsessed with for quite a while before I met the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, and it completely changed the game. I don't know how old these are, but I'm getting to the point where they're probably almost too old. So I don't know what to do with these. I feel like I should just get rid of them because they probably are too old. But like making these two purchases was such a big deal. I got Finland and St. Moritz, and Finland was way too light when I first bought it. I was a noob and didn't know what I was doing. But St. Moritz was too dark, so I blended them together. And it's just, this is probably the hardest thing to part with because I feel like this was such a big decision and I was so excited about them, but now I just don't wear them. So I think I'm going to get rid of them. Up next is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Transforming Foundation. I was sent this. They sent me Classic Ivory, which is actually a really good close match to my skin tone. So that's pretty awesome that they did such a good job. So I think I'm going to end up keeping this because I just got sent it. I haven't really tried it out that much. I've worn it a couple times and I enjoyed it, so I think I'll just keep it as well. The last product is the Ready Set Gorgeous CoverGirl Fresh Complexion Foundation. I'm in the shade 120, and this actually works really well, so I think I'll probably keep this too. So that is awesome because I'm actually able to see everything in this bin again, which was unheard of when I started this video. So I'm really excited about that. The next bin is my primers bin. And as you can see, I love the Stila One Step Correct Primer. I feel like I have so many of these. I've gone through so many. They're definitely my favorite. Almost done with this one, and then this is the refill. So I'm keeping those. Next is the Maybelline Master Prime Primer. Hated this with a passion. It is just terrible. I am getting rid of this or giving it to a friend or something who might have a better luck with it. It just did not work for me. This is the NYX eyeshadow base in the shade Skin Tone, and I loved this stuff, but it's too old now. I've had this forever and it's definitely expired. So I am going to just throw it away. This is another product that I used to love. It's the Benefit That Gal Brightening Face Primer, and I went through a lot of these small samples back when I first started getting into makeup, but now I'm sure that this is expired and I just don't use it anymore. The Stila one is more than enough for me, so this is also going in the garbage. This is the Kors Anti-Aging Primer cream base, and I just haven't tried it. It's fairly new. I really need to give it an honest shot. I just love the Stila one so much that I never actually use this, but I definitely need to, and I will be making an effort to use it soon. But I'm gonna put these off to the side because bins are in a little weird because I got rid of such a big bin that I need to figure out what's going on here. Up next is my concealers in this bin, and I know for sure that I'm going to keep the Urban Decay Naked Skin concealer. It's just so good. This is my favorite concealer. I've used so much of this that I probably need to get a new one soon. It's amazing. It's very close to the NARS one. I am the shade Light 2 Vanilla in NARS and the shade Light Neutral in the Urban Decay one, and they look kind of different color on the camera, but they work so well together or separately that they're very, very similar, but also they have a lot of differences. So I think I'll keep both of these. This is the new Bobbi Brown Light Bisque Corrector. I finished up one whole container of these, and I definitely should keep using this one. I just haven't. The Urban Decay one kind of stole my heart, and I really need to get back into using this. This duo is by Essence, and it was such a lovely concealer. It's an amazing drugstore concealer that you should definitely check out. I got the, I don't know if there's a shade to this, Casanova, but this is definitely expired. I've had this way too long. I've also been using this Jessie Girl eyeshadow primer. I got this in my last Ipsy, and it works pretty well, so I think I'll keep it around just because I don't have any other primers to work with. So I think I'm going to take this bin out and add one of those larger bins in, and then put all the concealers in here along with the primers that I use. Up next is this bin back here, and this is what I like to call my like single eyeshadow quad area. So this is a Trestique. I don't even know what it's named. I got this in an Ipsy, and I'm just not crazy about it. It's not a very good product, so I think I will scrap this or see if somebody else wants it. This trio is about Almay, and I used to love this so much. It's an amazing trio. It is the Intense Eye Color Bold Nudes. I think this is for blue eyes. Yeah, for blue eyes. It's an amazing product, and I definitely recommend it. I just haven't gotten the usage out of it, and I feel like I've had it for so long that the colors just look kind of weird in it, and it's just not worth keeping. So these two little palettes are from Bourjois or Bourgeois, I'm not entirely sure. And I was sent these a while ago, and I just haven't used them. I'm not interested in them. They're not that good quality. I feel like they're chalky, and they're just not worth it, and I wasn't going to write a review about them because they're just not high quality. So I think I'll give these to a friend or see if anyone's interested in them, because I barely use them. I've swatched them once or twice, and I think I've put them on my eyes maybe once or twice as well. So they're still fairly new. They're just not my cup of tea. This is the Clinique palette I got probably a year ago, and it has some really nice colors in it. It's just not one of those palettes that I reach for that often. It just does not get the love it deserves, but I think I don't know. I know I have a lot of palettes coming up, so I think I actually might toss this one just because I just don't use it, and that's the whole point of this video, is to get rid of stuff I don't use. Let's move on to this quad. This was a bombshell quad. It is the shade Bora Bora, and I actually loved this for quite a while, but I realize now that I don't know why I loved it. It's not that good quality. It has like terrible fallout, and the color choices are just odd. I really like the red, so I tend to go to this for that like coppery color. But other than that, it really has no point. So I think I'm just going to toss this one as well. And by toss, I mean like either donate or get rid of if it's expired. So I'm just using a general term toss. I'm not like throwing away all of this makeup and not like donating it or anything. I'm just using the relative term. So these two singles are from Kiko when I was in Italy, I think a year ago now. A little over a year ago, maybe. Yeah, it was over a year ago. When did they expire? 2 years. So these are still good. And I think I'll keep these because these two shades are quite interesting colors. And I think it'll get that coppery tone that I really want. So I'm going to keep these. All right, we're moving on to the Maybelline Color Tattoos. And I've had these for so long. This is dry. This was one of the first ones I got. It's barely branded. Loved it, but it is dry. It is disgusting, and I don't even know why I still am hanging on to it. The same goes with this. This is Bad to the Bronze. Also a product I loved so much starting out, but it's too dry. It's just a waste. I think I was holding on to it for sentimental reasons. Pretty sure this is also dry. Yep. So this is Inked in Pink. Another great product. I may end up repurchasing these because they are so good, but for now, those definitely have to go in the garbage. This is a Pupa Vamp Cream Eyeshadow I got while in Italy, and it's kind of dried up too. I feel like cream eyeshadows go bad a lot faster than other products just because they're cream and they dry up. So I'm getting rid of that as well. This, however, I'm definitely keeping. This is Stila's Kitten. It's a disaster of a product. It's so messy, but this is my favorite eyeshadow color ever. I have like so much use for this. I use this all the time. This was originally in my Stila in the Light palette, as I'll show you a little bit later, but I bought a single version of it just because I know I'm running out. So I'm definitely keeping that. And I think I also will keep this Nude Dudes The Balm little sample of Flirty. It's a lovely shade. I just got it in an Ipsy, so might as well hang on to this for a little bit longer. So now that we've cleaned that out, I can move this bin and then put this one back in. And this has plenty of space for more items. Let's move on to this bin, and this is kind of like my eyeshadow sticks bin. This is a product, I think it's a, what are you? It's by like Shadow Teeny, and it's in the shade Ambrosia, and I got it in an Ipsy. It's a gorgeous product. It's a lovely like bronzy pink shade. I definitely want to keep this and use it more. I don't use it enough. So just pop that over there. So I picked these two up from the Rimmel line. Probably, I don't want to say a year ago, but it's probably close to a year ago now. They're okay. It's a weird product. They're really wet, but they dry super fast, so you have to work quickly. I'm just not crazy about them. I think I'll get rid of them just because I just couldn't get them to work for me. The same goes with these two products. I loved them so much. These are the Scandalized pencils in the shades, I don't know, Bootleg Brown and Trespassing Taupe. They were really interesting products to try, but the pencil aspect, they were a little too dry. They tugged at your eyelids, and I had like a love affair with them for like a month, and I haven't used them since, so they're probably old as well, so definitely getting rid of those. What's left are these 4 Kiko eyeshadow pencils, eyeshadow like crayons or something. I have the shade 5, 35, 6, and 36, and I think I'll keep these for a little bit longer. They're good for a whole nother year, and they're really lovely products and quick to use, so I think I'll just hang on to those for a little bit longer. I'm trying to figure out the best way to store these. I think that'll work for right now. I'll have to figure out a better way so I can actually see them underneath those products, but let's just leave it at that. Let's move on to this drawer, which is a complete mess. It has all of my eye pencils in it. So I have my curling lashes. These are from, I think, NYC, the brand. So they're fairly cheap, but they work really well, and you can buy like replacement pads. So I'm definitely keeping those. Let's do this. So this is my MAC Teddy pencil, and I was like all about this. This is like another one of those products where like I got so excited about it and then I like rarely use it. But I think I'll keep it for a little bit longer just because I did spend a lot of money on it, and it is a nice product when I do get around to using it. This is my Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. Love this. Use this every single day. Definitely keeping that. So I have this Archery from the Soap and Glory, and it's just not the right shade for me. It's a really lovely product, but I just feel like it's not really my cup of tea, so I'm going to see if somebody else is interested in it because it is really, really good. All of my Stila pencils are my complete favorite. I need to dig around and find the other ones. Here's another one. Damsel, and this one is in Tetra. These are the best eye pencils ever. They are so dark, so pigmented. I love them so much more than the Urban Decay ones. I definitely recommend these over those. So I'm definitely keeping those, but getting rid of the Urban Decay ones that I have. They just take up space. I don't even use them really. I have to get rid of this Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner because it's definitely used up. I'm not sure how. It says 6 months. Yeah, I've had this for like 2 years. That's definitely old. So I have quite a few Ofra pencils. These are eyeliner pencils. This is an eyebrow one. I think those are all of the Ofra. Yeah. And this is hard because I actually really like these, but I don't use them. I don't use eyeliners that much, so I think I'm gonna toss these or give them to somebody else to use. I think I'll keep this Cella Brow pencil. It's really good. It's a nice color match. This is in Dazzling Dark Brown. I think I'll keep this just because I really enjoy it when I do use it. I've just kind of been smitten with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is a Butter London Union Jack Black eye pencil. I think I'll keep this as well because I don't actually have a black, and this is really, really good. And then I have these 2 Revlon ones that have been down here for way too long. They were really good. It's an amazing drugstore option, so if you're looking for an eye pencil, I definitely recommend the Revlon Color Stay ones, but these are too old. They have to go. This is a fairly new eyeliner. It's the CoverGirl Intensify Me Intense Black Liquid Liner, but it is not good. I do not enjoy this. Maybe one of my friends can get along with it a little bit better, but I just can't make it work. This is a Cella Ivory Lace highlighter. I've had this way too long. It says it expires in 2 years. I've probably had it close to 3, and it just looks really disgusting, so I'm getting rid of this as well. This bin is disgusting. Oh, look at that. That's so gross. Okay. So we got rid of that bin, and I'm left with these pencils, which I think I'll just keep in this little container, although they're a little bit longer. And then I'll add the eyelash curler there. All right, let's move on to mascaras. These are all fairly new. This one's almost done, and I think this one's almost done. This mascara is all right. It's the CoverGirl Supersizer. I've heard people love it, but I just haven't gotten along with it. I think it's because the brush is a little bit weird. It's like you're supposed to spin it or something. It's just a really odd product that I'm not crazy about, so I think I'll just pass on that one. And then this is the Butter London, I think Iconoclast mascara. It's a really great product. I need to use it more, so I think I'll keep it around and use it once I use up the other two. So this is the blush and bronzer bin, and I moved other things out of the way to make room so we can focus on this. And I've been paring down this for quite a while, but I feel like there's still more I can do. I was being a little kind when I first organized this, and there's definitely stuff that needs to go. The first thing that needs to go is this Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. I've had this for ages. It is way too old, like way too old. It needs to go immediately. All right, this is the Bobbi Brown, I think this is the Pink Cheek palette, and it is a gorgeous palette I recently just got, so I'm definitely keeping it to give it its fair share of attention, but I just don't use it that much because I have so much other stuff in this bin. One of the things that I'm going to be sad to part with because I wanted this so badly, and when we went to Canada, I like searched for it high and low and spent probably too much money for it. It's the Bourjois like bronzing powder that smells like chocolate. It's just so cool, but I don't use it, and I don't want to be that person that hoards makeup. It's a little too orange for me too, and I just have to say goodbye. Another product that I was like nuts about and really wanted because Essie Button recommended is this powder. It's the rice powder from Bourjois, and it does not work for me. It is not a product that Kayla gets along with, so I need to say goodbye to it. It's like a loose powder. It's too shiny. It's just not good. This is the Mary Luminizer. It is a gorgeous highlighter that I think I'm definitely going to end up keeping, and it's going to be the only highlighter that I think I keep. There's one more that I'm going to get rid of, and it's just really pretty, and I think it's definitely worth hanging on to for at least a little bit longer to see if I get use out of. This is the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Powder. One of the first bronzing powders I ever got, if not the first, and it's really old. So that's just, regardless of whether or not I like it, which I'm kind of on the fence about, it needs to go. Definitely keeping the Solar Powder from Soap & Glory. It is a gorgeous color. It works really well for lighter skin tones, and I love it. It's a really great product. Up next is this Max Factor blush I got from Chrissy Lily, and it is in the shade Seductive Pink. I feel like this is where things are going to get difficult because I really like all the blushes I have left, but I need to make sure that I'm choosing blushes for specific reasons, not just because I like them. I think I'm going to part with this Ofra blush because it's just too pink. I can't really find a usage to wear it on a regular basis, and it's just taking up tons of space. It's in the shade Paradise Pink. It's a gorgeous product. I'm sure one of my friends will love it. I just can't constitute keeping it. This is the What's Up Benefit highlighter. I've had this for way too long, like way too long. I don't even want to talk about it. It needs to go. It's embarrassing. This is a Stila convertible color in the shade Rose, and it's been sweating apparently. I haven't opened this in way too long. I love this product, but the color is difficult. I chose quite a difficult color. I haven't reached for it that often. I think I'll have to say goodbye, which is really hard because I would say Stila is my favorite brand, but the whole point of this is to get rid of stuff, so I'm gonna say goodbye. Oh man, this is like some serious detox happening. This is a blush by Revlon. It's in the shade Wine Not, and I can't open it. I love this. I'm definitely keeping this one. It's a really great drugstore option. It's the darkest blush that I feel like I can wear really well, and it's definitely like a fall winter blush, so I'm keeping that around. I think I'm gonna say goodbye to this Kiko one though. It's too brown. It's really cool to look at. It looks like denim, but other than that, I can't justify keeping this. I am for sure keeping my Frat Boy blush though. This is the perfect shade. I wear this almost on a daily basis. I don't think it's really showing up how good of a color this is. Let's see if we can focus it. It's just lovely. It's a little more peachy than it's appearing, but it's such a wonderful product. For sure keeping that. I feel like Coralista, this is one of the first blushes I ever got, and I think it's just, I'm not in love with it anymore. I used to be obsessed with Benefit, and then I just stopped. I just gave up on loving Benefit. I'm not sure why. There's just something about them now that I'm like, I feel like their products are a little gimmicky, and I'm just not crazy about it. So I think I will toss this as well. But I'm definitely keeping my two Tarte blushes. This is in the shade Peaceful, and this one is in the shade Fearless. They're gorgeous colors. This one's mirror is broken, sadly. But they're such lovely colors. I'll open this one too. And they're so different from each other that I feel like it's okay to keep them. So I think I really pared down blushes. So I'm going to get rid of this giant bin, move in this small one, and then bring all the blushers back. All right, we are now onto the palettes. I'm doing lipsticks last. I feel like lipsticks is the hardest. But looking at this, I think this is going to be really difficult. There are so many amazing palettes that I've been hoarding for years. Oh, let's do this. So this one I know for sure I'm getting rid of. It is the Bourjois palette. It's another one that they sent to me that is just not good. It's not good quality. Not worth hanging on to. This is hard. I don't think I'm getting rid of palettes. I think these are something that is sticking around. I can, however, get rid of these two. This makes me feel a little bit better. This is the Sleek palette in the shade All Naturel. It's just a repeat of things I already have. It's nothing new. It's a gorgeous palette if you're trying to find a nice, cheap alternative to like a Urban Decay Naked palette. But I already have those, and so I don't need a cheaper option. And this is gonna have to go. And this is another one that's like a duplicate of nudes. It is the Maybelline Nudes palette. Another really good product. I recommend it. I would definitely say pick it up, but it's just not something I reach for that often. I am, however, going to keep my Naked Basics palette. This has been a favorite for quite a while, and I've recently rediscovered it, so I'm definitely keeping this one. This is the Steal It in the Light palette that I rave about. It is missing almost all of the kitten. I can show you better there. It's missing like all of kitten. I really like Sunset, and I'm definitely keeping this around. This is another Steal It palette that I don't give as much attention to, but I feel like I will very shortly, and it's just really pretty, so I'm keeping the Steal It ones. They're just such good products that I think I need them in my life. This one, however, I'm strongly considering getting rid of, which is crazy to think of because I wanted this so bad, and they're so expensive. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay, I think, Rainforest palette. Rainforest After Dark palette, and lovely product, gorgeous. I loved it for quite a while, but it's not getting love. It's taking up space. I'm filming this video for a reason, and I'm just gonna suck it up and say goodbye. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Long Spray that I tested out to see if it was anything like the Urban Decay one. I just didn't like it. It's not as good, so I'm going to say goodbye to this as well. This is the Barry M Chiseled Cheeks Contour Kit. It's a pretty good product. It's just not really like that color conscious to my skin tone. Like, I'd much rather keep this NYX one than this one. So I think I'm gonna say goodbye to this and hopefully find a friend who can love it and keep my large NYX palette for a little bit longer. I also am going to keep this Lorac Satisfying Toffee Crunch. The bad thing about this is you can't get it anymore. It's a holiday kind of thing, so hopefully they release something similar to it because I love this so much, but it's really hard to blog about if no one can get it, so I think I'll keep it just for my personal use, even though it's really difficult to get a hold of. So this palette was one of my first big what are you doing purchases. It's like $65. It's a blush palette. It's lovely and gorgeous, but it was just like an insane purchase I did not need to make. But I think I'll still keep it because it does have a really good color range. It's really great to bring to weddings or when a lot of people are doing their makeup. and I am just too attached to it to get rid of it. So I think I'll just keep that. And then the last things in this corner, besides some money, which I don't even know why we have money in there. These are my other palettes. I'm keeping the Naked one. It's one of my first palettes. It's gorgeous. I love it. I'm also keeping the Nude Tude palette. It's another one that I just can't say goodbye to. Their Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. Can't get rid of these. I just can't get rid of palettes. It's like the hardest thing to get rid of. I feel like I got rid of a lot of single eyeshadows though, so. All right. It's time for lipsticks. I'm not excited for this at all. Okay, so this one is Plumful. One I'm definitely keeping. It's one of my favorite MAC lipsticks. This one is Syrup. I have 2 of Syrup. I'm definitely keeping this. This one is Chatterbox, and I think I actually destroyed this one. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's like a giant chunk out of it, so I'm gonna say goodbye to Chatterbox. This one is Sea Sheer, another color I love. Definitely keeping this one. This one is Twig. Think it's gonna be a great fall color, so I'm hanging on to that. This is a Captive, another really dark color, but I think I'll hang on to it for a little bit longer. This one is Cream Sheen Crosswires, and I got it fairly recently, so definitely hanging on to it. But it's a very interesting, like, peachy pink color, not what I usually wear. Pink Plaid is a matte, and I hate it. It's just not good. It doesn't work for me at all. This one is Nouvelle Rouge. I think this is also a matte. Mattes just don't work for me, so I'm sure they're great colors if they weren't in matte. And this one is the other Syrup, so I'm keeping that as well. This lipstick I was obsessed with. It's Daydream by Mirabella. It's absurdly expensive. And I got it in an Ipsy, I think, and I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it. We'll see. I'll put it in the maybe column. So I have all of these Revlon Butter lipsticks. I don't wear them. I just think they're not getting good usage. Many of them are quite old, so I'm just gonna say goodbye. Just making the quick choice. Same with this Revlon lipstick, one of my first lipsticks I think I ever had, also saying goodbye to. These two are very similar in color. They're both like samples. This one is a Makeup Forever one in the shade Rouge, I think. I don't know. And this one is Moxie's Get Ready. I think I might keep these and put these in my like makeup bag, travel makeup bag. This is a NARS lipstick in Tolide or Tolide or something. It's basically the color of my lips, to be completely honest. I don't know. I feel like I have too many other... Let's just keep it. I feel like I'm just going to keep it. And then these two are Bourjois Velvet Edition Rouge... Rouge Edition Velvet, sorry. And they're in the shade... What shades are you? Nudist and So Hat Pink. And they're really cute. I'm not really crazy about the pink one. I might say no to that one, but I'm keeping this one. All right, I'm putting stuff back and trying to figure out the best setup for everything. And I have to go through these these lip products next. So let's bring in all of these. I feel like I got rid of a pretty decent amount. All right, this is, I don't even know where I got this. What are you? I don't even know who this is by. But it's in one of those colors that I have so many of that it's just not worth keeping. So I'm going to say goodbye to you. I have a bunch of these Butter London pens. They sent me these to review. And I love them. Like, the quality of them is amazing. Like, they're like such an amazing product. But these are just a lot of colors that I don't think I'll ever wear. So I'm going to keep the ones that I know I will. Yeah, let's keep these 4 and say goodbye to those 4. This is a lip gloss that I got in an Ipsy. I hate lip glosses. Like, it's a weird thing about me that I just don't like wearing lip glosses. Let's see if I can focus it a little better. I don't like wearing lip glosses, and I know that I will never wear this. This is another product I got from an Ipsy. It looked like a really nice shade, but it wears really weird, so... getting rid of that. This is the Too Faced Melted Liquefied Long Wearing Lipstick in the shade Melted Fig. A really cool product. I think it's a color that'll look really great in fall, so I'm going to keep that. These are, where is the other one? I only have one of these right now. That concerns me. I have to locate the other one, but these are my Urban Decay Revolution lipsticks. This one is in Rapture, which is just too dark. So I think I'll probably actually say goodbye to this one. But I need to locate the other one I have because it is by far my favorite lipstick. It's in the shade Rush, and it's just gorgeous. So I'm definitely getting rid of this one, but finding that one and keeping that one. These are two lip pencils I have. One is a NARS one in the shade, what shade? Marhari Island Beach. It's just too dark, but the Urban Decay one in Manic is the right color. So I'm keeping one and saying goodbye to the other. These are the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. One is in the shade Berlin, and this one's Lolita. Lolita is a much more wearable shade for me. Berlin is just weird. It just looks weird. I regret purchasing this. So I'm keeping Berlin, or I'm keeping Lolita and tossing Berlin. Love Grandest Grape. So running joke between Alex and I that whenever I wear it, I would tell him what makeup I'm wearing, and I'd be like, it's Grandest Grape. So I feel like I have to keep that. It's a good fall color. This is a Bare Minerals Moxie Light It Up lipstick. That is basically orange. I don't even know why I still have this. It's not my color. The packaging is amazing. It's just not my color. I have two Rakugan lip pencils. One of which is like a small sample size, which I think I'll carry around with me. And this is a larger one, which I actually like the larger one. And then I also have Cruella. And I think I'll keep both of those. These I'm tossing. One's a Kiko Ultra Glossy Lip Pencil in 603, and one's like a white lip pencil. Just products I won't use. This is just a way too bright Color Boost Bourjois. What color are you? I don't even know what name you are. I don't know. It's just such a weird color that it just doesn't work for me. This is a Clinique Chubby Stick in Super Strawberry. I don't wear it. It's not something that just works. It just doesn't work for me. And then these last two ones are Revlon Color Burst. One is a matte and one is a lacquer. I think I'm going to toss them because I have colors very similar to them that get better usage. So this is everything I've decided to keep. Very few bases are left. Basically very few everything. I know I could probably pare down on palettes and stuff, but I think this is a really good place to end, and I'm really happy with how it went, and I got rid of a lot of makeup. So yeah, that is it for my makeup clean out video. Let me know in the comments below if you've done something like this or how it's going for you to keep your makeup kind of pared down to something a little bit more reasonable. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!